What if I told you that your best years might still be ahead of you, even after the age of 70? Yes, you heard that right. While the world often whispers that aging means slowing down, losing strength, and quietly fading into the background, I'm here to tell you a powerful truth. You have far more control over your health, vitality, and overall well-being than you might think. There's simple, everyday actions that only a small percentage of seniors can still do. Yet those who can are thriving, not just surviving. And here's the good news. You can join them starting today. In this video, we're going to delve into the habits and subtle choices that make all the difference when it comes to thriving as we age. Stick with me until the end, and you'll walk away not just feeling inspired, but equipped with the tools to start making positive changes in your life. Before we get started, please give this video a like. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to share it with someone who could benefit from it. Subscribe for more life-changing insights every week. Now let's dive in. 1. The floor test. What it really tells you. At first glance, sitting down on the floor and standing up again might seem like a trivial task. It's something that many of us do without thinking, perhaps when we're playing with children, reaching for something, or simply stretching. But as we age, the difficulty of this simple act can increase, and it becomes a significant indicator of our physical health. For those over the age of 70, the ability to sit down and get up without assistance is becoming less common. In fact, studies show that only 5% of seniors are able to perform this action with ease. This group, however, represents more than just physical strength. They are individuals who have maintained a level of balance, flexibility, and overall fitness that allows them to preserve their independence well into their later years. The act of rising from the floor is not merely a physical challenge. It is a reflection of the body's core functions working in harmony. Strength in the legs. As we age, the muscles in our legs can weaken, making it difficult to push ourselves off the ground. This is often a result of inactivity or a sedentary lifestyle, where leg muscles aren't engaged enough to maintain their strength. Stability in the core. The core muscles, those in the abdomen, lower back, and pelvis, are crucial in providing the stability needed for getting up. Without a strong core, even the simplest movements can be unsteady, leading to falls or accidents. Flexibility in the joints. The flexibility of the joints, especially in the knees, hips, and ankles, also plays a significant role. Reduced flexibility can make it harder to bend, crouch, or pivot, all of which are necessary when transitioning from the floor to a standing position. Balance. This is perhaps the most critical element. A loss of balance is often the first sign of diminishing strength and stability, and it is directly linked to an increased risk of falls, which can have severe consequences for seniors. The good news is that, unlike many age-related conditions, the strength, balance, and flexibility needed for such tasks are not beyond our control. With regular practice, these qualities can be maintained or even restored. Starting with small, manageable steps like sitting on a soft mat and slowly working your way up can help you improve your mobility. This doesn't require fancy equipment or expensive gym memberships, just dedication and consistency. The real takeaway here is that the ability to rise from the floor is not just about the physical act itself. It symbolizes the independence and control over one's body that we all strive to maintain as we age. The moment we stop trying to get up is the moment we start to lose that control. So, prioritize activities that help you regain and retain this ability. And remember, it's never too late to start. 2. The power in your hands. Why carrying groceries matters more than you think. Another seemingly mundane task that speaks volumes about your health is carrying groceries. It's something we all do regularly, often without a second thought, but it serves as a powerful test of our strength and functionality. You may not realize it, but carrying even a modestly heavy bag requires the coordinated effort of several key muscle groups. Grip strength. Perhaps the most obvious area tested by this task is the hands and forearms. A strong grip is essential for holding on to grocery bags, carrying jars, or opening bottles. But grip strength is about more than just your hands. It's a reflection of your overall muscle health. And it plays a crucial role in your ability to perform everyday activities independently. Weak grip strength has been linked to a variety of health issues, including cardiovascular problems, cognitive decline, and an increased risk of falls. Shoulders and arms. Carrying groceries also engages the shoulders and arms. A lack of strength in these areas can make carrying even light loads uncomfortable and tiring, reducing your ability to perform routine tasks. Core strength. In addition to your arms, carrying groceries also requires a strong core. The core helps stabilize your posture and balance as you walk with your bags. Without a strong core, it becomes easier to lose your balance and strain your back, legs, and balance. While the upper body bears the brunt of the load, the legs and balance play a significant role in helping you carry the groceries without tiring too quickly. If your legs are weak or you lack balance, walking with a bag of groceries can quickly become exhausting and even risky. So, why is this important? Research has shown that weak grip strength is an indicator of broader health issues, including an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, and even early death. But the good news is that grip strength is not something that inevitably deteriorates as we age. Just like with leg strength, grip strength can be improved with targeted exercises. How to build and maintain grip strength. Squeeze a softball. Using a stress ball or hand exerciser to squeeze regularly can improve your grip strength over time. Resistance training. Incorporating light resistance exercises, such as lifting small weights or using resistance bands, can strengthen the muscles in your arms, shoulders, and core. Daily activities. When carrying groceries, focus on how your body feels. Are you gripping tightly? Is it a struggle to hold the bag? These moments can be signals that you need to build strength in specific areas. Don't overlook them. Take the opportunity to practice and strengthen those muscles. In the end, carrying groceries is more than just an errand. It's a test of your physical health, and it's a reminder of the importance of maintaining your strength and independence as you age. So, the next time you pick up a grocery bag, think of it as an opportunity to assess your body's capabilities and take action to ensure that you remain strong, capable, and free to do the things you love. 3. The stairway test. What your heart and legs are telling you. As we age, certain things become increasingly difficult to ignore. Our bodies begin to speak to us in ways we can't easily dismiss. One of the most telling signs that our vitality is slipping is our relationship with stairs. At first, they seem harmless enough, just a few steps up or down. But for those of us over the age of 70, stairs can quickly become a challenge. It's not just about the climb, it's about what it signals about our overall health. Imagine, for a moment, climbing a flight of stairs. At one time, you could do it without a second thought, maybe even race up a few steps without breaking a sweat. But now, with each step, you feel your heart pounding, your legs shaking, your breath coming in gasps. What was once an effortless task has become a struggle. For some, this is a wake-up call, a realization that their body is no longer performing as it once did. Climbing stairs isn't just about reaching the top. It's a reflection of how well your heart, lungs, and muscles are functioning together. If you can ascend a staircase without feeling winded, it means your cardiovascular system is working smoothly, your lungs are efficient, and your muscles are still strong. But if you find yourself needing to stop halfway, or if your knees ache and your legs tremble, that's a signal that something might be off in your physical health. And here lies the real danger. It's not just the physical toll that's concerning. The moment we begin avoiding stairs, we start avoiding other forms of movement as well. A few missteps here and there, and soon, entire days pass without any physical activity. Over time, this sedentary lifestyle starts to take a serious toll, not just on our bodies, but on our sense of independence and freedom. Life begins to shrink when movement slows down. But here's the good news. It's never too late to regain what's been lost. The ability to climb stairs, to walk with strength and confidence, is something that can be rebuilt. You don't need to suddenly start climbing mountains or rushing up flights of stairs. but simply incorporating a few steps into your daily routine, whether it's walking up a few flights or practicing basic leg exercises like sit-to-stands or step-ups, can make a world of difference. Slowly but surely, your muscles will regain strength, your heart will become more efficient, and the stairs that once felt like a barrier will become just another part of your everyday life. It's not just about climbing stairs. It's about climbing through life with dignity, strength, and a sense of possibility. As long as you keep moving, your body will keep responding. 4. Memory that moves you, keeping your mind sharp and alive. But our journey toward health isn't just about physical strength. It's also about keeping the mind alive, sharp, and engaged. As we age, many of us begin to assume that our memory will naturally fade. We start to forget names, places, and details that once seemed so clear. The truth, however, is that memory isn't just a product of age. It's a product of use or lack thereof. Think about it. When was the last time you truly tested your memory? Not just try to remember where you left your keys, but really challenging your mind? Try this simple exercise. Take a pause, close your eyes, and then try to recall 5 random items. Sounds easy, right? But for many, as the years go by, it becomes surprisingly difficult to do this simple task. The key to preventing this kind of mental decline is to keep the brain constantly engaged. Reading new books, learning something new, playing memory-boosting games, and having deep conversations all keep the mind active and sharp. The brain thrives on stimulation, just as physical exercise keeps your body strong. Mental exercise keeps your brain strong. One thing we often forget is that physical activity is just as important for your mind as it is for your body. A healthy heart pumps oxygen to the brain, fueling cognitive functions. A brisk walk, a few minutes of light exercise, these activities don't just help your legs. They help your mind stay clear and focused too. The sharpest minds, the ones that remain vibrant well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond, aren't just lucky. They're engaged. They're constantly learning, questioning, exploring. They never lose their curiosity. And you can do the same. So, whether you're climbing stairs or challenging your memory, the goal is the same. To keep moving, to keep growing, and to keep living with strength, vitality, and an open mind. The journey of aging doesn't have to be one of decline. It can be one of discovery and empowerment. Just remember, as long as you keep moving, physically, mentally, and emotionally, you'll continue to climb with grace and purpose every step of the way. 5. The power of purpose. Why meaning keeps you alive. It was a quiet morning in the small town where Margaret lived. The birds were chirping softly outside her window, and the sun had just started to peek through the curtains. As she lay in bed, staring up at the ceiling, she reflected on her life, a life that, while filled with many challenges, had always felt rich in meaning. Margaret was in her late 70s, and yet she woke up each day eager to embrace whatever lay ahead. For her, it wasn't just about the routine of eating breakfast or meeting friends at the local park. It was about having a purpose. Margaret had never fully realized how important purpose was until a few years ago, when she found herself faced with the loss of a loved one and the slow fading of her physical health. There was a time when she considered her life's most significant purpose to be caring for her family, her children, her husband, and her community. But as the years passed, those roles shifted. Her children grew up, her husband passed away, and her friends moved away or became less active. She could feel the emptiness creeping in. It was a quiet, insidious kind of loneliness that made her question whether there was still a reason for her to get out of bed each morning. Then came the day when she decided to do something she hadn't thought about in years: volunteer at the local animal shelter. It was a small gesture at first, just an hour a week. But that hour quickly turned into 2, then 3. Margaret had always loved animals, and caring for the shelter animals brought her a sense of joy and fulfillment that she hadn't experienced in a long time. But more than that, it gave her a sense of purpose, something to look forward to, something that made her feel needed. She began to realize that having a reason to get up each morning wasn't just about staying busy or filling the time. It was about having something that mattered. Studies have shown that seniors who have a strong sense of purpose in their lives tend to live longer, feel better, and stay mentally sharper. It's not a coincidence. Purpose fuels action. It gets you out of bed, keeps you active, and helps you engage with the world in a meaningful way. It's the driving force behind our decisions, our energy, and our outlook on life. Margaret's purpose was now centered around the animals, but she also found that it rekindled other passions within her. She started painting again, a hobby she had long neglected. She took on new challenges, small, personal projects that reminded her of the importance of keeping the mind engaged and curious. She even began mentoring a young girl from the community, helping her with schoolwork and offering advice on life. These were things that made her feel alive, and the sense of fulfillment was undeniable. But perhaps the most important lesson Margaret learned was that purpose isn't something you retire from. It's something that can evolve with you. It doesn't matter what stage of life you're in. Purpose can be renewed, reshaped, and rediscovered. Whether it's finding a new passion, dedicating time to a cause, or building meaningful relationships, there's always room for purpose in your life. For Margaret, it wasn't about the year she had left. It was about making every single day count. And as she continued to walk through life with purpose, she realized something profound. The more meaningful her days became, the longer they seemed to last. And with that, she found her answer to a question she hadn't even known to ask. Purpose is what keeps us alive, not just in body, but in spirit. So there you have it, the 5 habits that only a small percentage of people over 70 can still do, and why they matter more than you think. But let me be clear, this isn't about striving for perfection or comparing yourself to others. It's about choosing not to give up on yourself and deciding that this stage of life isn't the end of the road. It's a new chapter filled with strength, clarity, purpose, and endless possibility. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and tell me about your goals. I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to subscribe for more content that inspires and uplifts. Until next time, take care of your body, challenge your mind, and live with purpose. The best is still ahead of you. Trust me.